Post-match interview here at Pancake Lane following today's 1-1 draw with Leverstock Green. Skip, I think we pretty much did everything but win the game today. Obviously we had a penalty saved, and probably I think it was very similar to the Kidlington game that we played recently, where the goalkeepers had a bit of an inspired performance to keep us at bay. So I'm guessing you'll be coming away from here sort of disappointed that we haven't got another 3 points on the board.
We're disappointed with the result, but you've got to give the lads credit here. The pitch has played quite well, but it has been heavy. It was cut up second half. We've done the big schoolboy error when you're playing a side in the position that Leverstock are, is to give them any encouragement. I thought the first 10 minutes, I thought we looked very sharp, playing up the hill. We haven't created any clear-cut chances, but we've done enough to get in behind them, get a few crosses in, didn't fall to us. And then the worst thing you can do is really switch off and give them a goal, which is what we did. The goal is soft, but you have to say well worked and well taken.
Yeah, it was two. It was a pass set, pass in behind. It was well worked, but obviously from our perspective, it was unfortunate for JJ in goal that he's lost his footing and almost presented that opportunity to almost make the finish. I mean, the guy still took it very well, but it made the finish easier with the fact that he wasn't able to get out to him as quick.
Well, again, you've just explained it. It was played set. Well, as a group, we should then be dropping off. You're thinking they're playing it. You know what it is. If the opposition have got time on the ball, you don't play a high line. But again, we're picking fine faults here because we've defended superbly over the last 5 games, and that's only the second goal we conceded in 5 games. So again, we've been asked, but the problem with games like this, you've then given them all the encouragement they need, because all of a sudden they're in it and they're now winning it. And we've had some half chances at the end of the first half, so it was all about how we react. I thought we were brilliant second half, but then I thought they were brilliant. I thought they gave their manager everything. They have run their socks off. Their manager must be sitting there thinking to himself, how are we second bottom when they perform like that? Because they have worked their socks off. So again, give credit. The goalkeeper's been brilliant, but then that's his job.
I think I think the draw today almost evens out the home game, because I think they probably deserve to win in the home game, and we've nicked it right at the death to get a 3-3.
Yeah.
Whereas today, I think we probably did enough to win the game, but obviously couldn't get over the line.
Yeah, and again, them scoring the goal, and that probably dictated the play. But what I would say is, when it went to 1-1, we've got about 12 minutes to go. They actually started to play quite good on the counter-attack. So it was never a case of we're definitely getting 1 point, can we nick the other 2? Because they were a threat. I mean, the 2 lads up front, fair play to them. They've worked their socks off and they've played really well. But look, overall, I feel it's 2 points dropped. But on the positive, we've gained a point from a losing position against adversity, because we've missed a penalty, but then the lad has scored 7 out of 7 before this week. So you can't knock that. We've hit the bar. Their keepers produced some great saves. We've had some great football at times. We've all been around long enough. You know when it's not going to be your day, and you just felt. So let's be positive here. Great equaliser. And we didn't sit back on that. We went for the winner. So that's 5 unbeaten in the league. So if you'd have said to me on Christmas Day when we turned up to Dunstable, you'll win 5 and draw win 4 and draw one of the next 5, I'd have snapped your hand off and said, see you in February. What happens is you feel a bit disappointed today because of what could have been. And next week's a massive game. And then I feel we're into a run of fixtures against the sides in the top 5 or 6, which is what me, Dave, James, we want to do. Because we haven't beaten any of them this season, so let's go and upset their seasons, because they're all fighting for points for playoffs and promotions. So we'll be able to go and play against some of these sides with a freedom, knowing they won't really fancy playing us at the moment.
Dave, I don't know how you saw the game, but for me, I actually felt like we played better today and didn't get the rewards for it than we probably did on Wednesday. How did you see it?
I thought first 60 minutes on Wednesday we were excellent. If I'm honest, I thought we just controlled the game. I went 2-0 up, and if Bonnie sticks it away 3-0, we'd probably go and get a 4th, because their heads would have dropped, and the missed penalty encouraged them. So and I think that put an unfair slant on the game. That's how I felt, because I felt from, like I say, that we were well comfortable. It was actually a bit of a shame that it worked out. That it looked like it coincided with the boys coming on, which was very unfair. I felt it was players on the pitch that were the problem then. And today, look, I thought second half, the skipper said, I thought second half we were an excellent. You've said it as well. We have made enough chances and we haven't taken our chances, but we did play some good stuff. We certainly deserved to win it. At the end, when we spoke to the lads, they were there was sort of mouths open in silence, just because, they've dropped two and they've given everything to get the full three. And
I would say in the first half, though, there was I was listening to some of the conversations as the players were going off. There seemed like a lot of frustration and a lot of finger pointing in the first half, whereas the second half, I felt like we got hold of the game and showed what we're all about.
Yeah, and again I agree. So when we spoke at half time, that I thought there was plenty we were doing not right in the first half. I also thought in the first half, as much as we were comfortable, we were very sort of slow and it was a bit laboured. And as soon as we took it up a gear in the second half, then they struggled to.
Do you think shooting up the slope in the first half played a part in that, though? Because there is quite a significant slope here, and I felt like we looked far more dangerous shooting down the slope in the second half than maybe we did in the first.
Yeah, well, I said, look, it is a huge thing here, but I said to Laurie, if you win the toss, play down, because I saw a picture of the pitch yesterday that was a lake.
Yeah.
So I thought that this end could be an absolute quagmire, which it hasn't. It's held up brilliant. So I said, whilst it looks in half good nick, defend it, and second half play into it, because they possibly struggle with their footing and what have you. But as I say, I don't think it played anything into it. I just think we dominated the second half. We got more out of the boys up front. We got more out of Adam. We just passed the ball quicker and felt they struggled with it. They was always susceptible on the break, which we would be, but it was a far better performance second half.
Obviously, we had a penalty for a foul on Temi. I felt from my angle that we should have had another one for a foul on Temi, but the referee didn't feel the same. How did you see it? Did you see it the same?
No, I think I actually spoke to the ref afterwards, and I thought he had a great game, but it looked more nailed on the first one.
Yeah.
And Temi's got in the box, and mate, he's just come from behind and shoved him over, and he ain't giving it this. The referee on Wednesday was brave enough to give two, and if he's got even slightly a mark against him today, I felt that he pulled out of giving that. It is what it is. We can't change it, but it's Stonewall.
Yeah. Obviously, Bondi had the penalty saved for the one that he did get. Looking at the state of the penalty area, it's almost like a challenge for him to just keep his foot in taking the penalty, but the keeper still made a good save from the spot kick.
Yeah.
You don't look like you agree.
No. I just think look, he's hit two poor. He's like Bondi normally. We don't even have to worry about him.
His first penalty on Wednesday was really good.
No keeper saving that.
Yeah.
And then the next one's along the floor, and I think this one looks like he's almost hit it straight down the middle at his body, and it's he's a bit scrambled at the moment, because I think he's took a bit of a knock from it, because he's confident to put him away, and it's just if we score that, we win.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that, because we had probably still 35 minutes to go, and they would be hanging on for dear life. Within seconds of that, we hit the bar. I think one dropped to Lee and it went just wide. We created so many chances. I'm pleased we got the equaliser. We more than deserved the equaliser.
Yeah, I agree.
Look, it just didn't happen today. But it's to keep to keep the little unbeaten run going is important. And and today also we've rested two players and never ever looked to bring them on to try and get them, because we've got them injuries. We had fresh two centre halves today.
I was going to mention that as well. Yeah. I mean, the run that we've had has been built on
Yeah.
We've started to get some partnerships across the pitch and a bit of continuity.
Yeah.
But let's give the two guys credit who played centre half today. Obviously, Dan's got the goal, and Weddy hasn't played centre half for a little while, and he slotted in there as well.
I thought they both had good games, by the way. But as you say, it's just that it's typical us. Everything's going right. We've got Pat and Fish as the centre half partnership. It looks solid. We don't let a goal in, and then, Sunday football, and unfortunately, it's kind of killed us, because I think if they're back, I think if they're defending today, we possibly don't let one in today. It's just frustrating, because we know how good the squad is. We know if we can get it all together, we're a match for anybody. We can give them teams at the top of the league a right go. The problem being is getting that side out every week, and of course we've gone from what it was 5 games ago, and today 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 players missing from that run. So that's where we are.
I think that's been almost synonymous with the season, though, hasn't it? Really, we look like we've had a couple of good results. We've then got injuries, and then things have then gone the other way, and it's been a little bit stop-start for us in terms of continuity in the side and also the results as well. But when we look back to how we were sort of leading up to Christmas, around sort of Stotfold game, where Northfield, those sort of games where we're nervously looking over our shoulder a little bit, we're now in a position where, yes, we're disappointed we dropped a couple of points today, but we're still looking up the table.
Yeah, I'd say to you that I think I think we're now disappointed, because we're where we think we should be, and we think we should be pushing to catch the teams above. When we were letting results go previously, they were disappointing, because we know that we were too close to the bottom.
Yeah.
And there's a massive difference of confidence within the side, and we know we're only a couple of clogs from getting it dead right. We had it pretty much right. We've still a good players to come in, so we'll get it right again.
Excellent stuff,
Can I just say, Bondi scored 7 penalties from 7 and 2 in the shootouts this year, so he was 9 from 9. So, and there were some big penalties in there. So yes, he might have done, but Cristiano Ronaldo misses penalties, Messi misses penalties. So Bondi, you're in good company.
Yeah, Daniel Bond being compared with Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
What a way to finish. And the lights have gone out.
Lights out.
So yeah. Cheers, gents.
Thanks.
Cheers.